All right, this next video segment is how to create a new song from scratch the long way. The reason I say long way is because I'm actually having some problems today creating it how we normally do. How we would normally do it is we would get all the lyrics and format them, much like here, select all of it and copy it. We would create a new file from the text. We would choose all the right stuff here. We'd hit edit, and then all of the text would be here. Unfortunately, today, that doesn't seem to be working. So I'm going to hopefully have a quick and easy shortcut way to do this video separately from this. But for today, we're going to show how to create this the long way around, because there's a lot of other benefits to seeing it the long way, because you'll fully understand how to actually create any document of any type. So for today, it just happens to be the song Up Around the Bend by CCR. So what we're going to do is we're going to create the plus slide here and do new presentation. So they're calling presentations documents now. And so we're going to call this Up Around the Bend by CCR. It's 1920 by 1080. It's the song library, and we're going to choose theme songs. The first one is for worship songs. It's the lower third center 3 line, but for preview songs, it's the center on center no background 5 line. We're going to choose that. We're going to hit new. So it's created a new slide in a new document, and this slide has the theme of our preview song in it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit edit on that by right-clicking and hitting edit, and then I could go in and copy paste each one of these if I wanted to, or I could do it a different way, which is my preferred method for songs, and that is Command Option Shift V to paste and match style. Now when you paste and match style, it pastes the whole thing in there. But I can go to the end of each line and hit Option Enter, and that will create a new slide and jump it down. So now we've got 3 slides. And here's my verse. Here's my chorus. And so I'm just hitting Option Enter at the beginning of each musical segment for kind of blocking out my main my main slides here. Again, I'm clicking and then I'm Option Enter, clicking, and then Option Enter. So now if I go to show mode, I've got a whole bunch of really boring looking files that each say intro, verse, chorus, all that stuff. After I've created that, I'm going to actually right click and group label this stuff. A group label is something where all the slides after it will be in that same group until a new group is selected. For this first slide, we're going to hit intro, which puts all of the slides as intro. But then this next one, I'm going to do group verse 1, which then makes this slide and all the subsequent slides verse 1. This next one is chorus 1, and then verse 2, and so on and so forth. All right, so now that we've labeled all of those, I can go back into edit and just remove the text about what these slides are so that it's just the lyrics. And as I do that, I want to make sure that there's no extra lines either above or below this. That is especially true for worship songs, because it'll screw up how they line up on the screen. So I can click back on the Show tab, and I will see then all of my lyrics in order. Now, whenever you create a new document, there are 2 additional things that you want to add to it. On the first slide of every document, we want to have 2 different actions applied to it at minimum. So we're going to go down to, we're going to right click and do add action. First of all, we're going to do stage. For any songs, it's going to be worship. Even if it's a preview song, we're going to do worship on the stage layout, which will change our stage display layout to our worship layout. And then we're going to add an audience look. For preview songs, it's going to be the preview song audience look. For worship, it's going to be the worship audience look. And then, of course, for speaking and videos, it's going to be these 2. The reason we do different looks now is because of the center screen. So if we go to the center screen and click on something, when it's in preview song mode, the lyrics do not go to the center screen. But if we were to go in here and edit the action of the audience look and change that to worship, then when I play show text, it'll show that it's going to that center screen. The same is actually true for the main screen. So when I go in here and edit the action of audience look and put that to preview song and click on that, that text will actually not even go to the main output. So under no circumstances is the lyrics for this song ever going to go to an audience screen. It will just be going to the stage display. So we've created all of our slides, we've formatted it with the theme of the preview song, and now we want to check to make sure that this is correct. The way we do this is we listen to the song and click through it and make sure that it is right, that the spacing is right, that the spelling is right, that all of that stuff is correct. I'm not going to show that at this time, but just assume that I've gone through and done that at this point after I've created the song. All right, so now that I've created the song, if I did listen through this and find an issue, I could do a couple things. I could right-click on it and go to Edit. I could also right-click and do Quick Edit. So I did that in the example of this slide because I forgot to erase the verse 2, or chorus 2, excuse me, part of this slide. So I just right-clicked Quick Edit, and you can make quick textual edits inside of this. For bigger edits and to multiplicate slides and stuff like that, you'll want to go into edit mode. Over here, there's also a period at the very end of this slide, so I just did a quick edit and removed that period. Just no extraneous punctuation needed on lyrics. So now that I've created this slide, I can link it into the plan. So if I go back up to the plan, click on the document area that I want to link to, I hit search, and up around the bend, there it is. So I can drag that on there, and now it's good to go.